Okay, so I really don't want to make you feel like I'm spamming with PS5 Pro videos. I actually have 5 other projects on hold right now, because the discussion on this topic is really heating up. Kepler just made another post on Twitter, and websites and YouTubers are all talking about this. So let's analyze the situation. In case you're new here, I made a video a few days ago questioning Kepler's credibility. It didn't get a lot of views, but the narrative of RDNA 4 has continued. Now, I went back to the Insider Gaming website to see if Tom Henderson or one of the editors confirmed these leaks. As of now, their most recent article is still on No Man's Sky's PS5 Pro version. So I looked at all my notes and documents from the past year, and for me, these new leaks are contradicting older specs leaks that were already confirmed. According to data miner Kepler, who previously leaked specs about the PS5 Pro console, the system will utilize ray tracing upgrades in AMD's in-development RDNA 4 graphics cards. Kepler posted a list of RDNA 4 upgrades on Twitter, which includes a double ray tracing intersect engine, 64B RT node, and other rather complicated specs. Most, if not all, of these should be in the PS5 Pro too, they noted. The insider later claimed the PS5 Pro will be built on a customized version of AMD's current RDNA 3 architecture, allowing for significant improvements while supporting certain features from the chip company's upcoming RDNA 4. These features include the ray tracing upgrades, along with RDNA 4's Wave Matrix Multiply Accumulate and new data prefetcher, both of which boost performance. Now, the narrative is shifting harder to RDNA 3.5. Listen, I'm not an engineer, but if we're talking hardware, it's RDNA 4 or 3. As I said before, RDNA 4 is not even out yet, so I doubt it will be in the PS5 Pro before the graphics cards, especially because the development of the PS5 Pro started around the time of the launch of the base PS5. Yeah, believe it or not, this is how it works. When PS2 came out, they already started conceptual work on PS3. When PS3 came out, they already started work on PS4. That's why when PS4 came out, it got criticized for launching with out-of-date hardware. I'm paraphrasing a lot here, but I'm just trying to keep it simple for everyone to understand. I'm sure someone in the comments will correct me on this. Another thing is that people are talking about the PS5 Pro being as powerful as the RX 7900, which is up there with NVIDIA's RTX 3080. That's a bit impossible. Just the graphics card alone starts at $1,000. Another narrative going around is maybe RX 7800, just because of the dedicated ray tracing engine in the PS5 Pro. If you go on Amazon, you'll find that this card starts at about $500. Now the big question is, how can this be possible? How can they fit a card of this magnitude into a PS5 Pro and still keep the console at a reasonable price? I thought about this a lot, and I think I figured it out. I think I cracked the code on why PS5 and PS5 Pro are superior to gaming PCs, and it's simpler than you think. Check this out. When you go on Amazon, Newegg, or your local electronics market, what you pay for your PC parts is MSRP. You don't pay the factory price. You don't place an order of 10 million graphics cards to be manufactured for you. Therefore, you'd pay just a fraction of the MSRP. So, the way Sony is building their hardware, let's say you buy each part for your PS5 Pro separately, including the DualSense controller, power supply, RAM, SSD, graphics card, and of course the case. Everything separately might cost over $1.5K. That's what you basically need for a pretty decent mid-range PC, right? Now, Sony is working very closely with AMD. It's basically a business partnership. It's a win-win for both. Sony has their own factories in China, plus suppliers and what have you. Remember, we're keeping it simple. Now, when Sony goes to AMD and says, hey, we want to place an order of 10 million RX 7800 chips for the launch of PS5 Pro in fall 2024, and another 10 million mid-2025, how much do you think AMD is going to charge Sony for that? Half the MSRP price? A quarter? No, a lot less than that, because AMD is not selling Sony graphics cards with fans, packaging, and stickers in the box, which all cost money. They are manufacturing modified versions of these chips specifically made for the console. Then Sony has another supplier for the SSDs, RAM, and power supplies, and they put it all together in their own factories. This is why AMD is swimming in money right now. Sony and Microsoft have almost lifted AMD from the grave with these partnerships. As we all know, NVIDIA has been leading the PC market for a very long time. AMD is more than happy to design graphics cards for the PS5 and PS5 Pro. My point? Even though, let's admit it, PS5 Pro will not be RDNA 4. It'll be RDNA 3, which will be 45% faster than RDNA 2 with the same CPU, but a 10% boost. And a dedicated ray tracing AI is something they are going to implement. Probably they will advertise 3x RT power and a 2TB SSD. Will it be NVMe Gen 5? If you don't know what Gen 5 is, It's the next generation of SSDs that can go up to 20 gigs per second. To put that in perspective, what we have on the PS5 right now is about 5.1 G, and most people buy an extra 6.5 or 7 gigs per second, so almost 4 times the speed. I think they could do that if they wanted to, but the way PS5 is designed, I think not, because it would just be a bottleneck and the CPU wouldn't take advantage of it. So they will stick with the same generation of SSD, but probably bump it up to 7 gigs per second and 2 terabytes. That's my most realistic prediction. If they come out with less than 2 terabytes, they will really miss the mark for me. They need to sell this machine. They need to show in the marketing 2x this and 2x that to sell it to the masses. Also, if you look at the last mid-gen refreshes, that's exactly what happened. PS4 came with 500 gigabytes, and PS4 Pro came with 1 terabytes. Actually, when I bought my PS4 Slim, it came with 1 terabyte and 3 games. And I'm predicting the PS5 will also have a PS5 refresh. They could even launch a PS5 Slim 2T version, but now I'm going too much into speculation territory. So what's my point? My point is, yes, PS5 Pro can have the power of an RX 7800 just because of the AMD partnership and how much things cost when you buy in bulk. Just look at your phone case. It probably costs $20, but the manufacturing price is probably 2 cents. And that's why the PS5 Pro can have the power of a 1.5K or 2 PC, but cost only $500 to $600. As for how they will package it, people are asking whether there will be a disc version or a detachable disc version. As of now, it's just speculation that the PS5 Pro will have a detachable disc drive, just like the Slim. If you want my opinion, I think the PS5 Pro should come with all the bells and whistles. No detachable disc drive, just the disc drive on it like previous versions. We should be celebrating owning physical media. With all the messed up things happening these days, like computer outages and companies like Ubisoft taking away games that we pay full price for, the only way to fight back is to vote with our wallets. Buy physical media. Companies will always give us more of what we pay for and less of what we don't pay for. I just recently got back into buying physical games, and let me tell you something. There is something beautiful and nostalgic about having the disc version of God of War Ragnarok and seeing some art in the box. And just having that feeling that it's mine, although it's a pain in the ass to get off the couch just to change the game. And I know PC gamers are going to come into the comment section saying how PC gaming is superior, and I'm brain dead for even suggesting a PS5 Pro can't compete with a $2,000 PC. But in the end, you cannot refute the facts I've just laid out. Let's keep it to the PS5. A $450 new PS5 still outperforms a $600 to $700 PC. Better yet, let's calculate it more realistically. Ladies and gentlemen, I made a chart. A $600 PC isn't really $600. Let's assume for a second you already have a monitor and I already have a TV. This is the starting line. Now, you build yourself a brand new $600 gaming PC. You have a monitor. What else do you need? You need speakers, but not just any speakers, you want decent ones. Let's say $70. You also need a good mouse and keyboard. Let's keep it at $100. Now, we are already looking at $770. PS5, $450. I got my DualSense in the box and nice speakers in my 55-inch TV. Oh, but you can buy secondhand parts for the PC and build a beast for $700. Fair enough. I can buy a secondhand PS5 for $300. There is no competition. Oh, but PS Plus is a scam. You have to pay to play online. Let me tell you, PS Plus is the best thing that ever happened to me. I never imagined I could have access to so many free games in my life. Oh, but you have Steam. Studies show that PC gamers spend more money on Steam than people paying for PS Plus. Steam players literally scam themselves by buying games on discounts they will never play. For the past 2 months, I've been playing Remnant 2, Destruction All-Stars, TMNT, and Need for Speed Unbound. I would have never given these games a chance otherwise. Now you're going to say, yeah, but you don't own them. True. But the games I truly love, I own a bunch of AC games, God of War, and Spider-Man. In other news, Mortal Kombat 1's upcoming year of content will feature 6 new characters, fresh story content, and the return of the iconic finishing move, the Animality. Developer NetherRealm Studios made this exciting announcement at San Diego Comic-Con on Friday. Ed Boon was present at SDCC 2024 to unveil a new expansion, Chaos Reigns, set to release on September 24. This Aftermath-style add-on will introduce the following characters: Cyrax, Sector, Noob Saibot, 2 Terminators, Ghostface from Scream, Conan the Barbarian, Cyrax, Noob Saibot, and Sector will be available immediately when Mortal Kombat 1 Chaos Reigns launches in September. The 3 guest fighters, Terminator T-1000, Ghostface, and Conan the Barbarian, will be released later, with their dates yet to be announced. Cyrax and Sector, already featured as cameo fighters in Mortal Kombat 1, will appear in this expansion as female human versions of their characters. What do you think about this? Pretty exciting, huh? Wow, check out this awesome videos. They are free to watch for a limited time only. Don't miss out.